Good morning. We've gotten up. We have had our coffee. Well, no, that's not true. We had some water. We didn't have our coffee, did we? All right, let's have a nice cup of coffee here. It's a little cold, but we won't let that deter us. We've got water. We are doing pretty good across the board here. If we have to start dropping things, I don't know what it's going to be. Let's refuel our storm lantern here. I guess if we started dropping things, it would have to be stuff that is redundant, right? Like we don't have an extra pry bar or anything else like that. We might have to start dropping flare gun ammo. We could drop our sleeping roll. It does appear to take 2% off every time we use it. We know that we left one in the Forlorn Muskeg. Water is almost certainly one of the very first things that's going to go for us. We can, in fact, drop the gloves should we need to. And I'll even drop the coal if we need to. But knowing that we are probably going to need to forge something, it seems like hanging onto the coal is probably the way to go. And should we have to, we can drop the wolf pelts. That's 3 kilos right there. And that might actually be the very first thing to go. However, we have taken apart everything that we need to in here. Looking at our map, I think there's a good chance that we can probably drop down somewhere over here. There's one last thing that I wanted to check. We'll check it before we leave. I want to go see what's out there by those rabbits. It may just be rabbits, but it's a large section that we didn't particularly look at before we left. I think we'll take the rope, and we're just going to drop the rope should we not need it. But we're just kind of looking out here to see if there's anything. There are no holes to do fishing, which I kind of figured. There's just a bunch of rabbits out here. There's... oh. I hear the cracking of ice. We need to be careful about that. I wonder if our weight makes any difference to that. Because I'm assuming that I'm going to run across the, run across this frozen pond down here if we can go down by rope. Everything else we're going to leave here in place. I am not going to take anything with us as a lure. Alright, let's grab this rope.
Something's gotta go.
Well, hopefully it'll be the rope. I guess we should have gone out the back door, huh? Yeah, there it is. I thought I saw a rock back here. Now, there is a hunting blind I'm also interested in. We saw it on the other side of the lake, but didn't cross to it. I don't want to take the mountaineering rope. I think there's a body right below us. That'll be interesting. I am hoping that we don't run into the old bear as soon as we get down here. That would be awful. think that's a woodpecker. This is a dead wolf? Yeah, frozen wolf carcass, that's fine. But it really makes me wonder what killed the wolf. I see a deer. I don't remember exactly where the blind is over here. There it is. We are going to attempt to cross the lake. I don't know if it's thick ice or what, but we're gonna try. It looks fine. We've got deer out on it. They're heavier than we are. Hunter's blind. A snare. I'm not really into it. Let's light our lantern here real quick just to make sure that we're not missing anything like a box of ammo or a rifle round sitting on the floor. We are not. I hear wolves. Okay, so the lake was sturdy enough for us to get across. I could have shot the deer and taken it for food and everything. I don't think that we need to. I mean, it would be an easy shot. Even for us. However, we killed a bunch of wolves along the way. I think we're going to have to leave their pelts. I'm already carrying 4. And honestly, the only reason that I'm carrying 4 is somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm remembering that we needed 4 rabbits to make something. And I'm kind of thinking, well, what if we need 4 wolves to make something? However, they are frozen, so I feel like there's a really good chance that they will probably stay for a long time. No, we'll leave that. Just looking to see if anything was abandoned out here. Almost certainly everything's going to be in this building. But doesn't hurt to take a quick look around and just see if anything catches our eye. I also want to check... Interesting. All of these vehicles? We skipped most of them. I think we may have actually been in this one. Nope.
Hope I can still eat this.
Granola bar and matches. Sure. No knives to fall down into our lap. I hear more wolves. That's fine. Let's open the hoods on these. Remember, that was going to be our thing. We were going to open the hoods on ones that we had searched. Nothing there in the back. Yeah, pretty sure that we checked in here. Let's check this shed. Well, garage? Carport?
Is it food?
Well, it's not Memorex. So, yeah, food, I guess we can call it. Lots of matches. They don't weigh a whole lot, so I'm willing to take them for now. Okay. Let's check this little guard shack here. We went by it before. Oh, rifle cartridge. It was worth the stop. And a little bit of reclaimed wood. Okay. All right. This building is it. Let's go inside and see what we can find. Actually, there's another door over there, too. They hate the light.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'm gonna leave the beef jerky there. Pork and beans, pinnacle peaches, all food for if we ever have to come back. Let's go ahead and have the soda right now, though. We're thirsty. It's nice and cold. Delicious.
What have we here?
I'm definitely past the point of trying to carry too much stuff. I say. I don't know if that's true or not yet, but some things just aren't worth carrying. I already know that we have a lot of clothing. I'm going to take the metal. Because I suspect we'll need metal for the forge. Hello, what is this? The hacksaw. It weighs a kilo. So we are now in Sprainsville.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Hello. Somebody left an MRE and some wrappers in here. Hello. No, those might be... I can take the energy bar. I think the others are wrappers. Still, good on us,
Thank
right?
goodness.
Orange soda, I'll take... I wish I could close this door. Crumpled note. Months without pay, making us deal with these forest crazies, and now they're sending me after them? I've had it. After this trip, I'm done, no matter what. If you're coming to help, meet me on the far side of Mystery Lake near the summer cabins. We'll start there. Either we... Okay. Well, we were already kind of going to head to the cabins on that side anyway. Because I figured that would be where we would find the place where we need to drop off the stuff for the forest stalkers. Just leave that. Empty, empty, empty. Fire poker, not a weapon for us. Let's move the wood matches up here. We'll drop an accelerant. We will drop one of our tinder plugs. If we ever come back this way, we may need to start a fire. There's plenty of wood outside. Bandages are fine.
I could use this.
Painkillers definitely better than our existing painkillers. So let's look at dropping all of those. This will be the food place, I guess. 13%. I don't think I even really want to chance it. We'll leave it here. But I hope to never have to try and drink it. 13% is real bad. Real bad. Okay, so the nice thing about this is that is under a light. That should be a real F off to any sort of wars. Aurora observations. Those lights in the sky are doing some funny things to the machines around here. We found this old shed, and the computers started turning on by themselves, lamps lighting up. We've been trying to call down to the main office when the Aurora or whatever it is called us out, but we're not getting through. I can't tell if the phones even work. There are just a handful of us from the winter crew holed up here, and some of them want to try for the coast and the settlements there. If you find this, that's where we've gone. We're still hoping that Briarhouse sends a team up before it comes to that. Even with the fire barrel that we've brought indoors, it is bitter cold. Alright, and I guess we'll put the candy bar there as well. We'll put the candy bar down with the rest of the food. There we go. Fine. Okay, this place seems not secure, but taken care of. Searched. Something. Okay. Why do I feel like these wires are almost certainly a real problem whenever the Aurora is going? We've seen them several places before. Metal table, orange soda, 30%. We'll take it. We'll leave the bandage. I'll leave that beef jerky. We're overburdened as it is. I guess we'll put it out with the other one. I don't know why I picked it up.
Some gear.
Alright, I'm not leaving the shed yet. Although it looks like we can. It shows locked, but I thought maybe we would be able to do it before. Okay, so definitely that's a place we can go. I'm just hoping there's no wolves or anything in here. That would be terrible. Alright, this is, hey, a new pry bar. 100%. We will almost certainly swap that up for our other radio. Nice. Pallet, barrels, that's fine. I'm trying to keep to very specific places as we work our way through. I guess let's go up before we go any further into this place. Lots of crates that we can break down for fuel or whatever. It did not look like there was anywhere else to go up here. Right? Like, we can't climb. There's no moving up there. I don't see anything beyond it. If I saw like a box of bullets or something on the other side, we would have... Whoops, fell off. We would have disassembled it. I think this place is probably hazardous as heck when the Aurora are going. Probably electricity all over the place or something, so...
Hope I can still eat this.
I am picking up all of the foods and stuff because we will take them outside and stash them there if we need to. Or gorge ourselves on them, I guess. That's a good idea. What are we carrying that we can eat? 85%, 68. 68's great. Delicious beef jerky. Nobody here misses broccoli more than we do at this point. 30%. We don't need the calories. We'll just drink. No point in carrying our calories. Alright, so we've got a fire barrel in here, which is nice. A phone.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Starting to think that if we ever play this on a survival game, we will pick a harder than default difficulty. We're playing the game right now as it's meant to be played, so they say, but I'm finding it very generous. Not technically a problem. I like generous. It's making it very easy to survive, but I'm concerned that it might not be challenging on the long term. I like finding things out in the environment more than I like finding them in the drawers as well, so... And we'll see how it goes. Alright, we don't need a whole lot of the leather, but we're gonna take that. Let's drop our worst pry bar. And we should have 2 hatchets. We'll drop our worst hatchet. We'll put both of these tools up here. Kind of hard to see the hatchet there, but it's fine. Can we get into the truck? Yeah. Looks like we can get up to it anyway. We just can't get into it. Alright. More scrap metal. I'll take it. More sodas for us to put. An electrical generator of some sort. Yeah, this is almost certainly awful. In fact, if this turns on, this might even, like, lower or something like that so that we couldn't go through. Newsprint roll, we'll ignore it. Another phone. Refrigerator, freezer. Do we have anything good in there? I doubted it, but it was worth a look.
I think I can use this.
Herbal tea. I like it.
This'll come in.
So there should be a forge in here. And I think we'll be using that to fix our spear at any point in time. So this bed actually is probably way better than the one outside. The only real difference that I'm seeing is that this would be terrible to be in here if we didn't have heat. Luckily, we're plenty warm enough without worrying about it.
Hope I can still eat this.
I want this place to surrender me a knife already.
That'll come in handy.
I wonder if we can forge one at the forge. It's possible we'll get a recipe that we can use for that. Emergency exit only, and we cannot use it to affect an emergency egress yet. Okay, so that looks like the forge right there. Let's keep looking. A frozen corpse.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Dog food. Forest Talker Flyer. It's time to rise up. We can no longer stand idle and watch our beloved Great Bear continue to be raped by the resource companies. If you care about saving this island, meet up at the Old Lodge on the outskirts of Mystery Lake Provincial Park. Cell service and sat phone access is spotty, so use the sneaker net. Remember, they're watching, so be careful who you trust. The sneaker net was slang for handing things over in person. You know, using your sneakers to move things around. All right, some lantern fuel. Nice storm lantern. Something we'll either break down or set aside. More scrap metal.
Lamp fuel. Could be useful.
A marine flare. Very nice. Work gloves. We'll put them up here just so that we Don't think there's something else when we're walking around. Feel a little bad walking over that guy, but what can we do? Alright, and a bathroom. We'll have some water in here, I guess.
What have we here?
A ragged, thick wool sweater. That's actually really nice. I'm gonna leave it. We kind of know that toilets are a good place for water, so they can just stay there. Yeah, now I'm hoping that we'll be able to, hoping that we'll be able to do something like forge ourselves a new knife. I don't think that's what the story is intending for us to do, but I think that's a thing that can be done.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Driving gloves. Driving gloves are a great way to get leather. We're already carrying a bunch of leather. Alright. Let's go. And continue putting supplies outside. We'll be back here in just a moment. But outside has got a stove. I think it counts as poor shelter, because it is indoors. I don't think the wolves are going to come inside. Even though the door is wide open, I don't think they're likely to. The lights will definitely keep them out, should that be a thing. We will drop the worst version of that. I am going to drop... I don't know how I feel about this or not, but we're going to drop the boots for sure.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Alright, then we picked up a fair amount of extra food. What can we possibly get rid of? We don't need a lot of teas, so we'll drop both of those. We'll drop this beef jerky. We're going to drop the not-so-great tomato soup, pork and beans. I guess we'll keep the coffee. There's just a bunch of stuff that I don't know is worth hanging on to. How is this pork and
still eat
beans?
this.
88%? We'll keep it. This is all kind of desperation food, but I'm okay with that. To be honest, nothing has made us sick from anything quite that... These are a great 500 for 0.10, so I'm not willing to drop this. But we haven't gotten sick from anything that's like this so far, and I'm not really trying to tempt fate out by saying that. It's just a thing. It hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to drop this extra flare. We have the louder ones, which are supposedly better at scaring off timber wolves, but I don't really know that we need them for that. Let's see. What about drink? Let's have this orange soda. It's not in great condition, but it will bring us up to full. Okay, did we get extra burnables? We sure did. Actions. Harvest 4 tinder plugs for 10 minutes. That's great. I am just going to drop those stacks of paper. And we'll drop most of the tinder plugs. I guess tinder plugs are a different way of saying, like, stack of sticks.
can barely walk with this much gear.
We'll put the fire log out there because I had not really noticed that it was there. Okay. We are almost done exploring. There's just a little bit that is over here by what appears to be the furnace. And I know we're carrying around a lot of extra supplies, but I think... Oh yeah, see, there's even more scrap metal. And look at all that coal. Looks like I probably didn't need to bring either, but it does look like maybe both are actually still necessary. Alright, what do we have here? Quality tools.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I think those are better than our existing salty crackers for food. I think those are better than our existing basic tools. But ironically, I think they can repair each other. So we can harvest. Add a work.
Gear is slowing me down.
Yeah, look, 94% simple tools. So we definitely kind of want the others. But if we look at repair, never mind. I guess we can't. Unless there's a workbench that I'm supposed to try and use it on. I guess I don't care. I guess I don't really care. We're going to drop the simple tools. The quality tools are certainly better, so... Alright, we'll just do that. Alright, show me the forge. Forge temperature required. 150. Use a forge to craft improvised tools and weapons. Tip. Different fuels burn at varying temperatures. Coal burns the hottest. Start a fire. I guess we'll use a stick and the accelerant to ensure it, and then we need to load coal in there.
That should do it.
I mean, it really won't.
Let's do this.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's now infinity. And we have a cooking slot, so we can cook there. But let's look at what it takes to make things. Spearhead. We have 5 of 2 scrap metals, a forge, a heavy hammer. You'd never know that I talked for a living in 1.5 hours. Begin crafting that.
Guess I can add blacksmith to my growing list of skills.
So now we have the bear
Hope I don't
spear.
have to put this spear to the test.
That is probably, yeah, it's seriously messing with our weight allowances here. Blueprint unlock improvised knife. New objective, get back to Jeremiah. Let's look at this improvised knife. 3 of 3, 1 cloth, a forge, hammer, 3 hours. An improvised knife made of scrap metal with a cloth-wrapped handle. Not as robust or nice to look at as one made by a professional, but it will do the trick. Let's make it. Sounds like we'll be spending tonight here. Okay, so we've crafted an improvised knife. Good thing about this is actually renewable. Presumably, if we screw up, we let all of our hatchets go away. Or maybe not even screw up. Maybe we just find all of the whetstones that there are, because I don't think those are craftable either. We should be able to make this not infinitely, but there's a lot of metal out there. A lot of metal. We're not going to make an improvised hatchet, however. We've already got a hatchet. We've got a better knife now. It is dark, so we're going to have to eat. I think this counts as light, however, so I think I can take apart, like, the storm lantern. Yep, this seems to be light, so we can do all of our light-based tasks here. Okay, now we talked about this before, but I'm going to keep the scrap metal shard. I don't know if it's better or worse than the improvised knife that we have, but it's literally all that's left of our plane. We've gotten rid of every other piece of clothing that we have. Like, this is it. If we're hanging on to anything, this is our last chance. Can we repair our bedroll? We can. It requires cloth. Not a problem. We have stuff that we can take apart. What do we have here for a heavy hammer? Suitable for metalworking. If we have fir firewood, we can repair it. Good to know. Let's refuel our lantern. Okay, we are incredibly overburdened at this point in time, and we may just have to carry it. I hate that. I think we're going to have to leave some stuff behind. Like this ragged, thick wool sweater. Let's just... Look, here's the problem. It weighs double what the thin wool sweater does. Yeah, we could replace our thin wool sweater with it. We haven't been anywhere that we've needed more warmth. What I need now for sure is less weight. So we're gonna tear it apart. Harvest. 45 minutes for one piece of cloth. Honestly, I guess I would rather tear down curtains. But not an option for us at the moment. Okay, what else do we need to do? We've got a lot of food here. We're going to eat some of it to stay filled up. Let's eat all of the least efficient foods at the moment. How about we have this nice can of Summit soda? I suppose soda's a good thing because it gives us calories as well, but I don't think it's as efficient as having what amounts to unlimited water. We'll eat this beef jerky as well. 350 calories should top us off. Yep, pretty close. We'll drink all the water that we want. Okay. It said we have a bear spear. Where is it in our inventory? I'm curious how heavy it is. Okay, not actually in our inventory. That's fantastic. That means the extra weight that we're carrying is just stuff that I've picked up. That's not a problem. That's all stuff that I think we can just ditch. The food, not so worried about. That's a lot of lamp oil, but we can put it away. The hammer is a lot, but I think we're just going to have to carry it. Wasn't there... Yeah, here we are. Other things that we are carrying that don't actually weigh anything but are important to the plot. Keys and stuff. We still have Astrid's hard case. Lots and lots and lots of keys. There's the bear spear right there. A large defensive weapon designed to pierce the thick hides of charging predators for those with the heart to wield it. Okay. What else do we have that we can get rid of? We're going to eat some stuff in the morning. We're pretty much full on everything. Let's see if we can repair. We need 2 cloth. Okay, that's fine. How are we on time? We're fine. Let's look at repairing our can opener. We've got plenty of metal here. Let's just make sure everything's in great condition. So that's doing well. Can we repair this? We cannot. But I don't think anything we've done has degraded the quality of that. This is repaired. This probably needs... Oh, no. It needs scrap metal. That's not bad. We'll do it. There should be a piece right there. So let's repair this right now. And again, we're running a little long because we're doing house cleaning and stuff like that. We'll be back to our normal rate. Half an hour. But not at the moment. I wonder if we put aside any for firewood. Alright, so that's fine. This is all fine. Is this repairable? It is not in any way repairable. This is repairable with scrap, which is great. 2%. So we don't have to use those to repair each other. It looks like it can repair itself. That's good news. We have a can, of course, so that we can do some cooking. Alright, we are carrying a lot of stuff here. And these pelts are definitely the culprit. We're going to repair our boots. We have leather and cloth and light. 95% chance of success. Yeah, we are getting a little tired, but that's okay. So, completely fixed. We have this one cooking slot here, so let's use our can to cook coffee for the morning. The decent windbreaker, we don't really care about that. It's going to take 25 minutes, or 20 minutes. Yeah, we'll use 20 minutes. We'll rip it apart. So we've got our coffee. The only extra clothing that we are carrying now are these rabbit gloves. That's fine. As we're getting tired, this is slowly starting to come down just a little bit. I find that interesting. We are going to just drop the coal. That's fine. We are also going to drop these matches here. Drop them all. See if we can find them on the ground. There we go. I can't really see them right now, but they should show up whenever it's bright enough in here. Alright, what else do we have? That's plenty of matches, but I'm fine with keeping them all for the moment. Continues to fall as we continue to be tired. Let's just look through everything that we have. We'll eat in the morning. That'll get us through some of this stuff. I think at this point in time, it's the pelts and the new tools that are really wearing us down. We got another 3 kilos of just tool. Plus then we got almost another kilo out of this knife. This is much lighter, but I expect it's just not as good. I know I should toss it, but if we're in any way going to be overweight without tossing it, then I'm keeping it. For now, since we're plenty warm, let's come over here to this office, and we are going to sleep. We're pretty well hydrated. Our condition's good, so I'm not too worried about... You know what? Let's just have the tea anyway. Sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of tea. And then go to bed. We're just gonna try and sleep for a full 8 hours. If it's later and it's the morning, then that's fine. So, it's bright. It sounds loud out there, though. Not a super fan. Alright, we need some food, we need some water. Energy bars remain our most nutrient-dense item, so let's eat these sardines. Let's eat this chocolate bar. Okay, so now we're nice and full. I want to go ahead and drink the... we'll hang on to the coffee. Wow, we drink almost all of our water. That's fine, we've got coffee. We can make water anytime that we need to. We're still overweight. It would take a lot to get us to not be overweight. Actually, the crackers are fantastic for density. They are just going to require that we drink beverages. We would have to drop so much stuff to become unencumbered that we're just gonna have to go back encumbered. Even if we dropped all of our pelts, which I don't feel good about doing, yeah, we're just gonna have to go. The only other thing that might be worth it would be to try and repair this. I'll take a couple of minutes to do that, that's fine. Insufficient materials, well, great. So we ran out of luck, I suppose you could say. Okay, well, this place was fantastic. We finally got a knife, although it's not a pre-manufactured knife. We had to make our own. We learned some stuff about the forest stalkers. We found a place that we can forge things if we need to. I don't think we can get up there. I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on if there is a way up there, since we have that nice path over there that kind of leads people up, but doesn't seem to do it. Also, the building is locked with the front doors, and I don't know if that's a thing we're supposed to be able to get around or not. So we'll just go back out the way that we came in, of course. One last look up here in the fullness of daylight. Nothing on the other side of that crate. There are no secret vehicles or anything for us to go with, so we will just have to watch our energy. We will just have to realize that our sprinting is somewhat diminished. But we are well fed. We have a good beverage supply. We have all the supplies we could possibly want. We need to make our way back. And we'll do that next time.
It will lead you back to me.